Leo, love and light to you here. We are here with your extended 15th and 31st of the month reading. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And let's jump right into it here for you, Leo. I'm getting for you right off the bat. I was meditating your energy for a turn on the camera. And I was hearing specifically, Leo, changes are changes, and we have to make them. Now, for a number of you, you are thinking of making a major adjustment. I'm hearing specifically to also your professional, I'm hearing role. I'm not sure exactly. I'm hearing your professional role here. I'm seeing that it's maybe not something that I'm not exactly sure what that might be alluding to, but it's something that you feel you can no longer fake. I'm hearing like also being interested in the Seven of Pentacles leading out of the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. This is something that it's like, I don't want to say reach a dead end, but for a number of you, it's the feeling that it's time. I'm hearing, and it could be in a positive way where it's like you're reaching that not that boiling point, but the popping point. Okay, it's like temperature we can deal with. Okay, like technically we can like say, ow, that's hot. We can keep saying that's hot, but when it begins to build as pressure, that's when I'm hearing things begin to reach. I'm hearing that point where they're again about to like even like explode, pop. And so for a number of you, I'm seeing it's been a matter of like how much we have been able to hold in. Also, I'm hearing our desire here. I'm not sure. I'm hearing for change. And so for a number of you, I'm seeing that you've been incredibly patient within a certain process. I'm seeing that it's been kind of like, a matter of how you are thinking yourself through this process. I'm hearing talking to yourself, and I'm actually seeing somebody telling themselves like, I know this is a really difficult time right now. I know that this is really hard. And but then they tell themselves, you're going to need to like eventually tell them the Fool coming through in reverse right over the Empress. For a number of you, this is pregnancy big time. Like perhaps for a number of you that you're thinking of coming out with, presenting. For another number of you, it's the actual like physical evolution of this space. For those of you especially who may be a Leo rising or Leo customing your 4th house, and that specifically. Now, all right, for a number of you, I'm seeing that. Yeah, some of you feel like heavy. I'm hearing water weight. I'm hearing the baby. The Nine of Cups right over the Nine of Swords and the Fool. The Nine of Cups is mirroring the Fool. This is a dream, but at the same time, it's like, it's making you feel you can't get dressed in the morning. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like something has reached just like capacity. I don't know what that's about. And it could be the kind of thing where it's like, I'm fantasizing like on end about this space, but I haven't actually made the move. I haven't made the jump. Official. I'm hearing that as well. And this could be something you're thinking again. Maybe you've been presenting to someone who's got a lot of fire in the chart, specifically Mother of Wands in reverse. It could be something that you are presenting to an audience. And for a number of you, again, it could be something that you're sort of building up. You've been preparing for. And it's starting to get pretty serious. Okay, Leo, I'm hearing Libra as well. You could be dealing with a Libra. You came through strongly in the Libra reading. There's something that you are feeling guided to present. And I'm hearing there are a number of stages. They are kind of daunting. I'm hearing specifically when we look at it from the perspective on a physical level, in a physical way, where we actually think of what physically happens in that moment. It's like, whoa, in front of you, this might be birth, where you're like, childbirth, oh my goodness, wait, the baby goes through my what? I'm hearing to my what? The sun is like, there's something that, for a number of you, it's it makes you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm hearing as well. Like maybe you feel like something is even inappropriate. Like again, you've been like holding yourself back. I don't know. Maybe you're super. Oh my gosh, you are freaking attracted to someone to no end. I'm hearing specifically the Ten of Cups up in reverse, Daughter of Wands in reverse. Like talk about pressure. Okay, like you've been dreaming about this person. You've been fantasizing about them, but you haven't actually. I'm hearing related to them on that level quite yet. Like maybe you're around someone, you feel so much physical attraction, but then you totally don't like really show it like that. And so. I'm hearing that this could also be an aspect of your being where you're like, I have this capability, I know it, I haven't really drawn it out fully to scale. And so for a number of you, this is something that you feel is destined to come about eventually. It's something that you feel, I'm hearing it's in the stars, I know, I'm hearing it's my destiny to eventually also, I'm hearing play that one dynamic out. I'm hearing with the film score. Interesting. Okay, so for a number of you, this is maybe an industry that you're interested in, and or it's a partnership. For a number of you, big time. Whew. Now, for a number of you, you're playing it like you're like just, I'm hearing professional with someone here. You're also playing it like you're just friends with someone here. I don't know what it is, but you really actually see them as like way more. And I'm seeing that it's also this kind of thing where something is on the outside of a scenario or a situation. It appears to be, okay, like kind of like, friendly, but it's actually, there's a lot of friction. I'm hearing a lot of tension, and I'm hearing we haven't talked about it really. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Maybe again, it's like someone who is also going through somewhat of like a difficult time. I'm hearing physically, and they're not saying anything, right? They're trying not to say anything. But the 9 of Cups leading into the 10 of Cups will definitely, I'm hearing, spray it if we don't end up saying it. So I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe there's some kind of emotional situation that you feel is like it's reaching its capacity. I'm hearing heavy load. The Mother of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing the Emperor upright. Now, someone is here for you big time. I'm hearing that specifically. Like this is someone who actually I'm hearing leaves you messages on the daily. I'm hearing every day. They check in with you. They may be a doctor actually. Here I'm hearing specifically the Emperor. Like they work with taking your temperature like every day. They are really there for you. I'm hearing specifically Leo. I'm hearing Libra as well. There's some kind of space in which, and this could be the role that you're playing for someone else as well. This is some kind of space. It could even be, I'm hearing good old brother love. I'm hearing specifically with the Emperor. Like one of your really good friends who is like continuously checking in with you, like continuously calling. I'm hearing calling out to you to see what I'm not seeing it in a way of like, you know, I'm hearing Gary, I think I need to change my number on you. No, it's like this is like I'm hearing Big B. Interesting. This came through in the Libra reading. Okay, definitely perhaps whatever you cross over there. But it's like I'm hearing like it's like no. It's in the way of like, you know, someone is really actually willing. They're very much willing to like put in like their 2 cents here and there to give you advice on how to move forward on certain, like maybe they are even an advisor in some way. You got the Empress. Yeah, I'm hearing how do I attract? I'm hearing the right mate. I'm hearing that in regards to the Empress and the 4 of Cups. Like someone has so much attraction here for someone or some space or a vision that they see themselves, you know, in some way drawing to scale, full scale. I'm hearing specifically, but they're like, they feel, I'm hearing radioactive. This can be a Scorpio reading. Okay. Now, the Strength card, I said the Strength card. The Empress is mirroring here the 10 of Swords. For a number of you, you're slowly but steadily making your way towards someone who you feel has the potential to be everything you've ever wanted. I'm hearing the mother of your children. I'm hearing your grandchildren. I'm hearing your great. I'm hearing your great aunt's wish. I don't know what that's alluding to. The Strength card in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles. For you're like you've been so patient. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing proceeding. I'm hearing to also approach this. I'm hearing also this date. I'm hearing here with the Empress. For this is so a birth. Okay, like it's like there's something that is like culminating here. The Father of Cups is looking at the Empress like you're looking pretty. You're looking like you're glowing. I don't know. You're about to burst. I'm hearing specifically as well. Anyways, the Empress here is waiting, and I'm seeing that again, like maybe even someone is trying to keep their cool. They're trying to keep it like together. They're trying to like not also get like too in their head about this thing. Okay, whatever this is, it's like I'm trying to like, you know, I'm really hot right now, but I'm trying to like act like I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm hearing 007. I don't know what that's alluding to for a number of you. I'm dealing with a Leo who knows. I'm hearing that they are. I'm hearing like a love maker. Whoa. Okay, you're dealing with someone who they are like they are in their head. Okay, when it comes to like their own image. Like their own potential freaks them out. All right, they're like, oh my goodness. I'm hearing I come off like that. I'm hearing I'm romantic. I'm hearing I'm romantic. I can easily sweep myself off my feet. Like I don't know what that's alluding to, but it's not in like a. It's like in a way where it's like someone feels like they're kind of they're stuck on a playground that they can't play in. I don't know what that's also alluding to. Okay, maybe somebody feels like they're also, I'm hearing they feel like they're getting tricked. I'm hearing like they feel like they keep tricking themselves. I'm hearing into, like, they feel something is building up. All right, we're just going to say it like that. Yep, Chariot coming through right then and there. Like, I'm sorry, hi, I have to go. I'm hearing that as well. Like, I have to get out of here. I'm seeing someone even, like, getting out of work early. Like, I don't know. They're not feeling like the president of the club on that day. I'm just going to say it like that. They feel like they need to present something. And it's going to be, I'm hearing, a gift to the world. Wow, for a number of you. This is, again, perhaps a birth, something that you're launching as well. All right, but for a number of you, I'm seeing this as physical, Leo, and I'm hearing it's not easy. I'm hearing it's not easy. What's that song? Father of Swords mirroring the Hermit. Whoa, with the Three of Swords sandwiching the High Priestess. Somebody is so paranoid. Okay, like they're freaking paranoid. They literally, like, they take what they know to be of themselves, right? What they know to be true of themselves. Like, I am romantic. Like, I know this is the potential of the situation. I'm hearing I'm a love, man. I don't know what else long to. They seek them some sort of potential, okay, of themselves in a situation, but then they race back. Okay, they race back, like, into the room of theory. I'm hearing, and research, and I'm hearing prognosis and practice, and I'm seeing this guy, like, running with his backpack, like, in his hand. Like, wear the backpack on your back. I'm hearing it's much easier. Trust me. I'm hearing this specifically. Like, somebody perhaps feels like, no, I've got to like talk to myself about these things that I carry. I'm hearing my like, somebody perhaps feels like they feel like this performance anxiety, like when it comes to representing something, they feel insecure. Maybe the High Priest, they feel intimidated. Oh my goodness, they feel out of balance. I'm hearing like they I don't know, they don't I'm hearing like lovers do, like they forget their lines. Like, I don't know, they were like, wait, I was supposed to say I love you, but then I said that you love me. Fuck. I just messed that up real bad. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm saying like maybe someone, pardon my language, dear Leo, but I'm saying like somebody here feels like maybe even like, oh, like they feel like maybe they are miscommunicating, or they have an absolute fear of feeling misunderstood when they do communicate. And so it could be a language thing for a number of you, big time. It could be also a culture thing. Maybe someone feels like, I don't know, like if I say this, like it could, who knows what they would think, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it specifically like that. Like maybe someone's thinking of also announcing someone to someone, and then, you know, when they do that, they are like thinking of all the things that can be assumed of that. Also that one, I'm hearing, I'm hearing passing judgment. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, Father Swords in reverse, I'm hearing the High Priestess, and so it's like, you know, but at a certain point, we you know, okay, but let's backtrack again. Someone here, they feel super, like, self-conscious, yes, about how they reveal also their real feelings. Like, and it's interesting because I'm seeing that these feelings are so real to them. I'm not saying this in terms of, like, I love them and oh my God. It's like, no, it's like, I love them and I'm hearing, how am I? I'm hearing, how am I going to represent that? Like, they own those emotions, but the question is, to them, perhaps in their mind, they're thinking, how do I reveal it? How do I relay it? But it's interesting. It's like actually like a task that they truly take quite seriously. I'm not seeing it as like, I'm not ready, like, oh, I'm feeling emotional, I'm gonna run. No. I'm seeing this as like, I know what I feel, and like they feel it so strongly, and they get wrapped up in that, like the enrapture of that feeling, that emotion, and then they like, as they're feeling that, they slowly walk backwards, and they're like nodding their head, and they're like, all right, yeah, and they walk themselves right out of the space of acting on those feelings. You see what I'm saying? This is not like I need to review what I'm feeling and why I feel it, or if I really feel it. No, this person like is so also sold on what the story is and what they see the potential as. They totally know also where I'm hearing the talk could eventually lead out once they start it, and they know where it leads out. That's like the kind of thing. Okay, I mean, if you're cross-watching or dealing with a Leo, they may have like 5 planets in Leo. It's like that kind of thing. They are super, like I'm seeing the Leo in their chart is very strongly, I'm hearing access, like freely, like they're comfortable with that energy space. And it may not be like a Leo sun, it could be someone maybe who's even sun sign, I'm hearing Pisces, Aries, and they've got like a lot of Leo in the chart. Otherwise, maybe it's a moon sign, for example, the Venus, Mars. Anyways, it's like, or they could have a lot of planets in the 5th house. Like I'm hearing sun in the 5th house for a number of you especially, and it's like this person, like they truly do, they are very much, I'm hearing also emotionally comfortable. For a number of you might be dealing with someone who's got their moon in Leo. Okay, I'm hearing in Aries. Interesting. Maybe in the 1st house. Okay, anyways. And it's like, they're not scared of feeling love, all right? They're not afraid of feeling, the emotion of also fantasy. Interesting. Like, and I'm seeing that they fantasize a lot. I don't know what this is, but they do. And then it's a matter of how they are I'm hearing the motivator of that emotion. I'm hearing to get on stage and do its thing, okay? It's like that kind of thing. It's like, I'm seeing someone's like, I'm perfectly perfect. I'm perfectly perfect. Okay, with the problem and solving it. I know the answer. I'm good at the math. I know the solution. Okay, but I don't want to write the letter. I'm hearing that specifically the explaining it. I'm hearing for like the whole classroom. I'm hearing that as well. Like it's this kind of feeling of like the nerd who knows it all. Okay, but they're like they sit in the classroom in the corner of the room. They don't want it to like, kind of come off also like they know it all. Okay, so for a number of you, maybe this is for a number of you, this is a type of energy of like someone who they get freaked out. Maybe they feel uncomfortable when it comes to the question of how to represent their power. And it could again be your own energy. It's like when it comes to the point of like I know I have this ability. I know I'm a wonderful singer. I'm hearing that for a number of you. But when it comes to the point of like getting on stage and like doing that, then I kind of I'm hearing I race back. I'm hearing I race back, but I'm hearing my concern in mind, like trying to really like, it's like someone who wants to almost like, it's interesting, I'm seeing someone who wants to think through the process. Like they actively want to think through the process of how to eventually move this process forward. They're very passionate about moving it forward. They really are. I'm seeing they see again a process to it that has a lot of potential. But at the same time, it's like I'm seeing there's a waiting game, and someone else here in the situation maybe who's like looking over, they're an onlooker into the situation. They're like, what? I'm hearing like, why did you wait like 2 weeks? I'm hearing, what was that? I'm hearing, what? You told me you were like really into me, and you showed me all that stuff. I'm hearing specifically, so I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing, I don't know. Anyways, your 2-year-old. I don't know what that's. Anyways. And it's like, I'm hearing 2 years. I'm hearing also, and it's like you showed me your two front teeth as a kid too. You showed me that you were all vulnerable, and then what happened? I'm hearing you rode off in the sunset on your horse alone. I'm hearing like, what was that? I'm hearing the chariot, the stallion. Doesn't he ride into the sunset towards? I'm hearing their love. I'm hearing specifically like not away. I'm seeing like it's really funny. I'm seeing like actually like someone on a horse, right? Like it's like a knight in shining armor feeling. They rode in, okay, and they like made this like grand appearance. I mean, this grand entrance, and then Leo. Then like they started to get heated in that conversation. I'm hearing this. Okay, they started to realize, okay, this is moving somewhere. This is going somewhere. This is definitely. I'm hearing it's heating up. I'm hearing because I'm a love man. Again, they know what they're doing. They feel themselves, all right. But then they felt like maybe it was moving at a pace where they were like, I am too hot right now. I'm hearing as well like I don't know what, and maybe they get kind of like I don't know. They get like they get like in their head. I'm hearing about also the work that then needs to be done. Like maybe they feel like they want to make sure that they're also they're able to accommodate the impression that they're setting. Okay, in some kind of way. Now, this person could also have a lot of Scorpio in the chart, and they might be that kind of very like they want to know all of what they're doing. I'm hearing strategically, and if the conversation gets rolling a little too quickly, then they might feel like they need to retrace their steps back a little bit and regroup and then re-represent. Okay, so in some kind of way, there's something of a perspective that someone may feel like they need to kind of like. They need to get clear on, like, wait a second, okay, so who am I again? And I'm seeing someone, like, looking at themselves in the mirror, like, they have their head to the mirror, and they're like, okay, listen, and they're, like, coaching themselves, like, okay, so who are you? And I mean, they're punching themselves, like, listen up, and they're, like, hitting their face, and, I don't know, they're, like, trying to they're trying to get also I'm hearing more self-aware, like maybe they felt like they are, wow, they're like about to undergo like some kind of really like serious I'm hearing feat as they feel it. Okay, they're like, I'm hearing also, I'm gonna ask her out. I don't know what that's alluding to, and it's like they feel like they need to feel like every finger like before they do that, which is like, I don't know, maybe like unrelated in some way. Like I'm seeing like someone, they're about to make a confession and then they're like, okay, wait, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm here, so good to meet you. And I'm seeing again like Romeo on the horse, okay, rode in, made this amazing impression, and then right when like it's getting real good, it's getting real juicy, it's about to get real hot in there, like then all of a sudden he starts like checking for his saddle. Wait, I'm hearing Dorothy, are you still there? I'm hearing Dorothy, like it's the name of the horse. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like Dorothy usually walks the yellow brick road, right? Doesn't she? Anyways, so anyways, and it's like I'm seeing like Romeo starts like suddenly like he starts, you know, he's like, wait, I don't see myself anymore. I don't know what that's like. I'm here wrapped up emotionally in this. Okay, anyways, and it's like, it's a good thing. I'm seeing like they recognize that as like, I like this, but then they're like, I need to be ready. I'm hearing I need to be ready to like, also I'm hearing play the part. Okay, so they feel like they need to go back home a little bit, recite the lines. Okay, so again, I'm seeing like Romeo who like rewinds a little bit. He's like, again, I'm seeing someone who's like so interested, so intently like focused on them as well. Maybe a really great conversation's just taken off, and then all of a sudden Romeo is again like, he's like, yeah, so it's so good to meet you. I'm hearing that's sort of like, and they start like, I don't know, they start to turn, I'm hearing turn the beat around, like I don't know, maybe they start to take it to like a super friendly zone. I don't know, like maybe again I'm seeing like someone take the temperature in the room rises, Leo, all right? It's like it gets again real hot. I'm seeing two people are really into each other, and then all of a sudden, and they like very clearly showed that aspect of their being as well, like the capacity to also express themselves to that at that level. Maybe they said something super romantic, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, so anyways, I'm hearing I gotta go rake the leaves like in my front lawn, and this is like right after they were like super like, I'm hearing expressive, playful, dynamic. I don't know, again, suddenly like the vibe kind of like even shifts, and they're saying something that just throws the other person like totally off, like the leaves on your lawn. I'm hearing, did you leave them hanging or something? Like, am I holding you from your conversation that you need to have with them later? Like, I don't know, I'm sorry. Well, okay. You guys, you do your thing. I'm seeing someone like feels weird. They feel like maybe they maybe said something like off or something. I don't know. Anyways, but they still get it. Okay, don't worry. The High Priestess here. You dealing with the Pisces? Don't worry, they get it. But at first they didn't. At first they, not that they didn't get it, but they were like, what's the going home thing about? I mean, why are you going home? I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, why? Well, maybe someone is like, they show up at someone's house, and they have an amazing time, and they have like a wonderful dinner, I'm hearing as well, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go home. It was so good to pee on your desk. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about, Leo. What? Okay, I don't know what that's about. Somebody maybe says something even that, again, they're getting like nervous. They don't know what they're saying anymore. They're not placing their words like properly, and they realize that they're like, it's about to go down. I'm about to just lose all of my marbles, and I need to get out. I'm hearing safely through the front door before I do. Okay, and I'm seeing like somebody maybe feels also like they're losing kind of a sense of control. Okay, physically also. So they're like, before I lose it, I'm hearing I need to leave it alone, and I need to go over there. I'm hearing back to my motorcycle. I'm hearing rev, like the rev the engine, and it's like so ironic because it's like this character I'm seeing as like a character who's so comfortable in one way with their image, all right? They're like I'm hearing maybe they are like super also like they play it off as like very kind of even like I'm hearing like matter of fact, like, oh, I don't get caught up in the details. I'm kind of like objective. I'm able to deal with like the bigger storyline. I don't get caught up in the scenes of the plot. I'm hearing I can watch like, you know, testy films and not feel like I'm too young to watch them. Like, I don't know what those. Anyways, it's like some space that's like also like really like something of like a feeling of like, in a way I feel like I'm old enough. I'm hearing that as well, old enough age, because perhaps coming through it could be a focus for a number of you. But it's like, I feel like I am also prepared. I'm ready for this. I'm hearing main, and ninth. I don't know what that's alluding to. And it's like, but then I'm hearing like in a certain way they do associate with this space. But then they go home, I'm hearing, or they feel that they're getting, like when that space turns into like theory. I'm hearing from theory to practice, but I said theory. Okay, so again, maybe when that theory is coming up for review in some kind of way, where they need to kind of like very clearly represent it, I'm hearing they fly away. I don't know what I'm hearing. Escape. I'm hearing escape. So for a number of you, there is perhaps some space even that is a little controversial, where it's like, maybe someone knows what they feel about it. They know what they feel, they know their perspective, they know their views, but then when it comes to the point of like also asserting it, I'm hearing within the company, they start to kind of like, I'm hearing, I think I need to take a tour. I'm hearing of the bathroom, I'm hearing the one that I never saw when I was first introduced to this place. Let me go find it. Bye! I'm hearing like, there's something that maybe someone feels they want a little more review with. I'm hearing it, maybe they want to prepare a little more for something. All right, now I'm hearing take off all your clothes. I'm hearing please, because you're gonna be telling your story pretty soon. I don't know what that's, maybe there's some kind of situation, Leo, where you're kind of like thrown into the spotlight and it's like, oh man, maybe someone puts you on the spot literally and it's like, are you like not into me? I'm hearing like maybe somebody comes up to you and they're like, Leo, I'm here, Pisces. Okay, they're like, they look at you and they're like, listen, I'm not afraid of like, telling you also goodbye. I'm hearing it in that way, like if that's what you want. I'm hearing this was like, I'm seeing literally someone looks at you, they come up to you, Leo, and they look at you and they're like, I love you, and that means that, I want what's best for you. And naturally, that means that I would also want what you want in a way as well. Like, do I want to be with you? Yes. And, I do. And I'm seeing like somebody's like trying to explain themselves. Okay. Like they're saying this thing and like, it's in that moment, Leo, where like all of a sudden you realize, holy shit, I totally gave the impression, and then they like go in for the kiss. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, wow, this person is like kind of like telling them that I think that you don't like me, maybe, and like da 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 da, and then it all kind of dawns on them, and it comes to that point where they realize, fuck, I am fucking this over. I'm hearing specifically like by not I'm hearing accessing. I'm hearing my emotions like physically, and not just physically, but I'm hearing like recognizing them. So look, Leo, it's like one thing to know what you feel, right? It's another thing to represent it. Maybe someone here feels like they're not accessing what they feel. Maybe someone here feels like, oh, you know what? Like, because it's so clear to them in their mind, right? That what they feel, they're like, oh, it's so obvious. Oh my gosh, it's painted all over my face. Like they're super paranoid. They feel like, they already feel vulnerable. So there's no question to them in their mind of like, am I being vulnerable, right? They're not thinking that, they think in their mind, there's no way that I'm coming off as not vulnerable, right? Okay, so it's that kind of thing. If anything, they're trying to come off as like, not overly getting kind of, but it is with good intention. I'm hearing it in that way. All right. Now this is what I'm getting as well for another number of you, and it's also for the sake of the other person. They may feel like, I don't want to come off as like I'm just totally like pushing you into the situation, like, and it's really like that. I'm seeing two people who are like, they both don't. Specifically, one individual doesn't want to like make someone feel uncomfortable, right? By like showing too much affection and emotion. They do really like this person. They really are super gosh darn freaking attracted to them. They are like, it's like it's like a pulley. But they don't want it to get to that point where they like make an impression that the other person feels like they have to keep up with unrealistically or in a way that's unnatural. To say it in the ways, and this came through in the Scorpio reading, it was the moon cycle reading. It was like somebody perhaps doesn't want to put someone in a position where they have to react to something. Yes. They don't want to put someone in a place where it's like they're then acting because of the action that the other individual took on in an assertive way. That maybe puts that other person in a place to act in a way that's not natural. What? Okay. Like, I'm seeing somebody, you got it. All right, okay. Like, I'm seeing that someone maybe if some of you get it. It was a bit twisted, whatever, but it's like to say in the way maybe somebody is also really like overthinking the space. It's like, hold on. At the end of the day, you like her, she likes you, right? Okay. You guys want, I'm hearing, to share this moment together. All right, whatever it is. There is, I'm hearing a shining light. I'm hearing for both of you. I'm hearing to hold up. I'm hearing on each other's. I'm hearing outfits. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe someone. It's like this is the feeling I'm getting. Like it's a matter of someone coming out and saying very directly, like, I like you, or I am attracted to you, or I am attracted to this about you, or I want to explore you. I'm hearing that specifically. I want to also experience this with you. And it's like there's something about the caring of that. I'm hearing honesty of also emotion. I'm hearing of also perspective in such a public way that makes someone feel like it's not just I'm shy. It's more so like I'm seeing someone, it's a matter of the perspective around what is presented, where they're like, how would that be taken if I were to do that, right? It's like, and so they want to take their time with that. They want to be really careful in moving forward with any kind of gesture that would be kind of like I'm hearing a justice call. I don't know why, like that would show like, hey, I'm interested in you, like that. Like, so anyways, okay. Injustice, speaking of also perhaps constitutionalized bonds, marriage, okay, so on and so forth. Anyways, commitment, okay. So I'm seeing like someone though, again, like they almost like I'm hearing they rewind a little bit, and I'm seeing like someone else like again, like they put you on the freaking spot, Leo, like they I'm hearing they almost like they present you, and then it's like in such a way where it's like you have no choice but to define in that moment how you present yourself. Okay, it's like, this is Jim, I'm hearing he's my, and then like this person looks at you and then it's like fill in the blank. Okay, wonderful. And like Leo, it's like you're left there to like kind of look at everyone. I'm hearing honestly at the same time. It's like, okay, and then it's like, you know, at the end of the day though, what is it a matter of? It's a matter of honesty. So I'm seeing for an interview at the end of the day, you're like, well, I would hate to convey the message that I'm not interested like that. I'm hearing that as well. I would hate to give the impression, I would more so wish to give the impression of what I really do want, okay? Even if that means me making an absolute, I'm hearing a fool of myself, I'm hearing rather than act like I'm not interested, okay? So for a number of you, again, I'm seeing this becomes like really real, and as after a period of time, I'm seeing like maybe like 7 days, like you waited a certain period of time to do something, and then finally gets to like that one day and you're like, that's it, this is the day. I'm hearing I have to say it happens. I'm hearing you know, and I'm seeing that the time is building, and someone here is losing like a little bit of I'm hearing they're losing track of also the like they're not understand I'm hearing they're turned off a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe they're not getting like why, for example, you also like didn't walk them home. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe you parted ways with someone, but then it was like prematurely. Like maybe you guys could have like walked home together or something, and then you're like, okay, bye, I gotta go now. And it's like that person maybe was left there like wondering like, oh, so they didn't want to walk home with me. All right, okay, that's weird. I thought that he was like wanting to have my babies. I mean, just a minute ago, didn't he just say that he loves the way that I'm hearing dolls look dressed up like that? I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe they're showing you like baby pictures or something. I don't know. I'm seeing someone like is super also. I'm hearing they're very like they have this like this childlike nature within them that they readily convey. But then it's like they get too I'm hearing they feel like also like too responsible. I'm hearing when it comes to acting it out, or like they feel like too also maybe irresponsible when it comes to the point of acting it out. Like for a number of you, they have high expectations perhaps of themselves, or they feel like they feel like they are not yet clear on, maybe they actually don't have the experience, they've never experienced this before, like to feel that they are clear on how they would do it. Like to say, do you see what I'm saying? Like maybe there's an experience that is kind of a little challenging, but not because they don't want it. It's like, I'm seeing actually someone who is like extremely expressive, actually. Very, very romantic and creative and sensory and sensitive and everything. And I'm seeing like they absolutely have that side of them. But it's just that first painting that they paint. Like, and that's it. And after that, their hands are going to be filled with paint. They're going to be painting with their fingers, their hands, their toes, I mean, maybe their nose. Like, they're going to paint all over their body. Like, there's like someone here, I don't know what those things do. But there's something here, like, it's even the sense of, like, maybe, like, somebody's pregnant and they're about to have their first baby, and then they're just, like, super scared, and they're like, oh my goodness, but then after that one birth, they're gonna have, like, 10 kids. It's like, I get a feeling, maybe, for a number of you. But anyways, this might be the way that it is, actually, with someone, the Fool in reverse, mirroring the daughter. Anyways, Fool, right over the world, with the sun. I could have sworn the Fool was in reverse, like, the Fool showed up, okay, in reverse, like, making every excuse for why the jungle gym is not perfect. I'm hearing for jumping in quite yet. Okay, like, I don't think that branch is high enough. Nope, sorry. Okay, like, there's gonna be someone telling themselves, like, maybe like giving excuses to themselves, like, no, you're not ready for that yet. You haven't reached that point yet. Anyways, then it's like I moved the Fool aside, and it was the world in reverse as well. Like, this is a big deal. We feel the gravity of the situation. It's something big to us. We know that. We feel that. Okay, we have a lot of love for it as well. I'm hearing we see it going places. I'm hearing that specifically. It's not something that someone's just like, it's not a big deal, I'm just gonna like wait on it. No. This is, again, like somebody talking to themselves through a process that they think is a really big deal because they know that this is a really big deal. Okay, kind of thing. Now, again, it's a little ironic. And then I move aside the world and the Fool, and beneath the two, I'm hearing bring bring. I'm hearing shocker. It's the sun. Okay, and that speaks like it's like sun. Hello, so good to see you here. I'm not expecting you. Okay, I'm hearing bong. Okay, like now we gotta present it. Like there's something that someone. I'm hearing ding dong. Like I don't know, someone. There's something, Leo, that becomes super like it's like hotspot moment. Okay, like you're on air. Okay, like Ryan Seacrest, he's calling you up, and it's irrelevant if you're in your jammies or not. We're talking on the phone. I'm hearing you can still recite your lines there. I'm hearing specifically like. And so I'm hearing like even like someone doesn't FaceTime you, but they just like they call you, and then you're like, oh shit, I gotta say my name, I gotta come out with it. Okay, and for a number of years, Mother Source coming through and mirroring the sun. Like you could have someone who just like they're super direct. They call you up, and because they're on their last. I'm hearing their last line here with you. I don't know what that's line. Maybe they're like, hey, I'm hearing Robin. I'm hearing Red Robin. I'm hearing. Where did you go? I'm hearing what happened? Like, are you, I'm hearing restitution. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing, are you in Reston? I'm hearing also Virginia, like maybe they're asking like, are you in town? Are you out of town? Are you like just resting up? I'm hearing, are you feeling better? Maybe someone was also like, again, missing, maybe they weren't feeling well, maybe a little sick. Anyways, I think someone like kind of maybe like catches up with you maybe even a little bit, and they present you with the opportunity to change. I'm hearing the note completely, and it's like it's in that moment, Scorpio, I'm hearing Aries, like where you literally, Leo, you're like, okay, right now is the perfect opportunity. It is actually, as I'm hearing it, feeling it, it is like you may feel like it's the chance to either save or completely slide off of the mountain of this experience. I'm hearing of this opportunity in a way, as you perceive it. You feel like somebody opens up, I'm hearing this question, I'm hearing for one last time, I'm hearing as well, or like in some kind of way that's like, it feels like I'm hearing like a last, I don't know, even door that you can move through. I don't know what that's about, like maybe a last opportunity. And then you literally get to that point, Leo, where you're like, okay, now I could save myself. I'm hearing I could save the situation. I could save the relationship. I'm hearing by admitting this. I'm hearing by saying this. Whatever it is, XYZ. Or I'm hearing the alternative to that is knowing that if I don't say that, I'm hearing it's like in this way. If I don't say that thing that I am to admit, like if I don't communicate it clearly, I will completely, I know, I feel it, I will lose this, I'm hearing this connection. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe you feel like you're really going to let someone down to a level and a degree where you're like, I'm hearing irreplaceable. Let's talk about Beyonce. I'm hearing like she's gonna find. I'm hearing another man. I'm hearing like it's really like it's gone into that level, and I'm seeing like maybe someone is just they feel like they haven't perfected the friends thing yet. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like someone maybe they just haven't gotten physical yet, like they feel like they're just not ready for that yet. Okay, I don't know what this is alluding to, but and for a number of you though, again, like this is someone's perception. Okay, they in their mind they are met, they're like, oh no, this is the ultimatum. I'm hearing this is the moment. I'm hearing either I tell her that I want to marry her, or I tell her that I'm hearing cause ain't no woman like the one I got, but I like the one I got. Like I don't know, like maybe like I distract. Like I say something that conveys that, but then it doesn't do it directly. And I'm hearing, that's the end of that. I'm hearing something from you don't even want to go there. You don't even want to think of that. You don't want to make another excuse. There's no more I was sick, I wasn't feeling well. There's no more like the gym was closed, but I was just carrying my bags to the I'm hearing to the grocery store. I'm hearing because they were too heavy. What? Like I don't know what that's alluding to, but like someone maybe they feel like I'm hearing 1 strike, 2 strike. I've tried every. I'm hearing bone in the book. I'm hearing and the dog doesn't run out of any of them. I'm hearing run out of any of them. Interesting. Okay. So there's something that someone feels like they're putting themselves in a little bit of a hard spot with. They're like, oh shit, I'm putting myself in this situation. Like I'm not telling her also what I really feel. I'm not telling her what I really want to talk about. And it's like it's getting to that point where it's like either I do it, it's that simple. Either I do it or I don't. I'm hearing either I do it or I distance also myself from the opportunity to ever do it. I'm hearing as well, like eventually. And so I'm not seeing someone actually like putting you on the spot like that, but what I am getting for a number of you is that there is a call, I'm hearing specifically a phone call that is kind of like, it becomes quite formal, and it's like in the way where it's like it starts to sound kind of serious, and like you feel like if you don't regard it as serious, it will be taken as silly, and if it is ever taken as silly, it will be sliced right out of the contract. I don't know what that's like, sliced right off of. Also I'm hearing the earlobe like that. I don't know what that's alluding to. Yeah, I'm seeing like you feel like someone might go into like a rage even. I don't know what that's about. But there's something where someone feels like it's not, I'm hearing, I just cause to say I love you. And it's like, when you hear that, that could even be a ringtone for someone. Like when you hear that, you know. I mean, that's not just a call to say I love you. It's to hear I love you back. Okay, and if you are not ready to tell me that, I'm hearing, you better believe that I'm going to be backing, I'm hearing this truck straight into your garage. I don't know what. Leo, someone's pissed. But I'm not seeing it as like directly. I'm seeing it more so in the way of like someone's like either we do it or we don't. Either like, and they're tired maybe of this dynamic of like feeling like they're seeing potential in this, but then it's not surfacing in that way. They're like, I don't want to keep playing with the Play-Doh. I'm hearing in the air when we're talking. Okay, like I don't want to like also feel like it's like something that I can't stand straight with and have a serious conversation with you on. Like for a number of you, you're getting real freaking tired. This could be your energy that of another, of like kind of sounding out vowels. And I'm seeing like you could be talking to someone and you're like, it's so weird. I'm seeing you're having a conversation. I'm seeing something really weird right here. I'm gonna get to that. Okay. I mean, telescope. It's like a huge, like telescope. Anyways, we're gonna get to that. And it's like, it's exaggerated, okay? It's like, anyways, it's kind of also ironic. Anyways, let's get back to it. And I'm seeing like someone is causing the other person to go to incredible lengths to like try and find also a working dynamic. Like some kind of also, kind of like a platform that they can both kind of play on and feel like everything makes sense for both of them. I don't know what that's like. They're trying to sacrifice maybe and like understand like where the other person's coming from. Anyways, they're getting really tired doing that. Like they're getting really tired. Maybe someone with like even like a stretching band in their hand, and they're pulling this thing, and they feel like they're doing weights while they're talking to you, like trying to like understand again your perspective and like kind of accommodate also maybe your concerns. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, now what I'm getting, let's backtrack, is like I'm seeing someone who I'm hearing they're married. I don't know what that's alluding to. Always take it as you will, Leo. But I'm seeing like someone is like, again, I'm seeing two people talking, and like one person is almost like trying to talk for the other person to get them to say something. And so it's kind of weird because I'm seeing one person kind of like knows like they want to say that but they're not able to, so they're like talking and they're like, yeah, and then one person, like let's say they say something and the other person's like, yeah, so you want to, like they're doing like that kind of thing. And I'm seeing they're getting kind of tired of like playing it for two people. I don't know, like maybe feeling like they're talking for two people. They're like, I'm not going to sit here and like tell myself on your behalf what I want you to tell me. Like I'm not gonna tell myself I love you for you. Okay, like that's weird. I don't know. And I'm saying like it's weird. I mean, like, someone's like, what, you love me? Like just say it, LOVE. No, that's it. I'm hearing someone's like, no, I'm not doing that. No. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to myself. I'm hearing through you. Like I don't need you as Son of Swords in reverse. Whoa, looking at the Lover of Justice in reverse. I almost said Lovers. There's a Justice card in reverse. There's something that someone is feeling extremely tested on to come out with, and here comes the sun. They feel like it's now or never. I'm hearing it's now or never. Whether or not that song comes on the radio, I'm hearing we're hearing it. Where we know that that's something that is. I'm hearing a cymbal. I'm hearing like a chime that we're hearing like going off like ding, like, and I'm seeing someone feels it like it's just it's serious. I'm hearing it's reaching the point where it's like it's no longer. I'm hearing just something like a story that we can kind of draw out. Like, and again, I'm seeing someone maybe who was like, I don't know. It's like we no more excuses, okay, Leo? I'm hearing that specifically. No more like letters that got lost. I'm hearing in the found. I don't know what in the found pile. Like when someone then asked about it, then they were like, oh yeah, I have it. Here it is. Like, well, why don't you give it to me like on your own? Like, why do I have to ask for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to be in that situation. I'm hearing that specifically, and so I'm seeing that someone's getting real tired of like pulling Tommy's teeth for him. I'm hearing specifically to get him also to talk. I don't know what that's going to be like. Maybe someone feels like they're also like I'm seeing like a kid who has teeth that are like they naturally fall out. Okay, they naturally fall out like on their own, right? When do we need to pull them or yank them out? And I'm seeing someone's like they're getting to that point where they're like they're super nervous. I don't know. They're like, I don't want to pull my tooth. You know, like, kind of feeling. They're like, but I love my tooth. I'm hearing I love also my teachers. I'm hearing that specifically. Aww. They taught me a lot of things. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to move on from also some lesson. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, I'm hearing some kind of a cycle here related to the Justice card. I am hearing like karmic cycle. I don't know what that. Anyways, take it as you will. No judgment at all. That's just coming through. It could be a perspective, right? That could be something that someone reads somewhere. They hear it. Anyways, Hermit here as well coming through. If you're dealing with a Virgo. I'm hearing they've got a voracious appetite. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing like for you though, like there's something like I'm hearing because I just can't get enough. How? Like they literally look at you, Leo. I'm hearing Cancer so strongly, and they're like, she is the apple of my eye. I'm hearing, and there's no denying that. Okay, like again, they're super clear on it. They see you as like the mother of their children. Okay, they see you as like the woman of their dreams. I'm hearing in every sense, in every dimension, and it's like the High Priestess pops right out then and there. Okay, like right over the Eight of Cups upright, and Mirror and the Emperor. I'm hearing, so tell me what you want, what you really want. So tell me what you really want. And I'm like Leo's like, oh shit, there she goes singing that song. I'm here. I better respond. If I don't call out, I'm gonna be the peacock without feathers. I'm hearing I'm not gonna be able to dance. I'm hearing to impress her ever again. I'm hearing dance her way. I'm hearing that's when the whole lake I'm hearing is gonna empty and freeze over, and I am gonna be the one fool that didn't I'm hearing find her I'm hearing a present. I'm hearing specifically like on time. I'm hearing as well. And so for a number of you, you could also kind of just be like planning something. Like there's something expected here. And I'm seeing someone like, again, opens up the opportunity for you or someone else. It could be on your energy, be that or another. Someone opens up the opportunity for someone else to like save themselves. I'm hearing for making like some kind of like really, I'm hearing long-winded kind of cycle here, like end very quickly. Like they're like, do you want it? Do you not? Like they're just like giving someone like the absolute ultimatum, like the absolute, like they open the door, okay? And they're like, here, the door is open. You can walk through, or you could, I'm hearing cry, baby. I don't know what that's alluding to. Oh, I hope someone's not, kind of like they're taunting their kid, like with the tooth fairy thing, like pull your tooth if you want a gift from the tooth fairy, and like I don't know. I'm hearing Maddie is like, no. I'm hearing I don't want to make money yet. I'm hearing I'm still a kid. I don't want to pull my tooth. I'm hearing it's not ready yet. I'm hearing it didn't tell me to pull it. You telling me to pull it and put it under my pillow. I'm hearing specifically. And I'm thinking someone's like giving their kid a hard time, or maybe like, some kid is giving the parent a hard time. I don't know why it could go, yeah, well, who's the kid? Now the moon and the sun are cups. Yeah, so I'm seeing someone is like also, they're just in fantasy mode, and someone knows that. They know it, and they're like, they want to perhaps help that person snap out of it. Like there's some cycle that they feel is like, is getting like too long, too much. 10 of Pentacles coming through right over the Ace of Pentacles. Like, are we gonna have like the recital before the actual event? Like, there's something where someone feels like the recital is taking so long that the recital is gonna turn into the main event. Okay, like that kind of feeling. I'm seeing someone even like their recital is taking so long. 8 of Pentacles upright. Oh moly. Mirroring the 10 of Pentacles upright. 8 of Pentacles right over the world. No judgment at all, right, Leo? Okay, but it's like it could be like in terms of the lovers here. It's like someone, and I'm seeing like it's to the point though where the recital they're taking a lot of time to recite whatever it is. And it's like their coach or someone is like telling them, look, it's already midnight, I'm hearing. And by tomorrow, there's going to be, I'm hearing like a new talker, I'm hearing in town. And I don't know if this is like also someone maybe like, a little bit of like, a little bit of like a threat. I don't know, like if you're not going to get through this conversation with me, then I'm not going to be like, there's someone else coming to pick me up tomorrow. If you want to have, I'm hearing also the property, please sign on the dotted line. Thank you. I'm hearing that specifically. Like, and so someone may be given a little bit of maybe like a back talk. Like maybe they're like, either you make the deal or you don't. And it could actually be in terms of finances. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Like it could be in terms of like, I hope that this is not also like the type of thing where it's like a natural birth versus like a C-section. For whenever I'm saying you don't want to have a C-section, and I hope that nobody's like putting you on that spot of like, you need to rip the baby out of the womb. Like, I don't know. I'm not one to say, but okay. I don't know technically, right? To come out and make a judgment on that. Always take it as you will. Who knows your situation? You know your situation, right? But there's something that is a little bit like someone wants to follow, maybe like they feel maybe even that they need more time for something, or they need more of a cycle to even like work with something on. And someone else is like, look, if we're still doing this, the time will run out. I'm hearing that specifically. And it could, for a number of you, be related to children, where it's like somebody is saying to you, hey, like, if we don't have kids, it's never. I'm hearing if it's not by New Year's, I'm hearing that as well. Like, it's not happening. And I'm seeing for a number of you that, like, it's interesting because I'm seeing actually whoever this person is resisting the space, like, truly wants this. Like, that's really, really hard to say. I'm hearing it in that way. Like, there's something that they, like, it eats them alive, like, when they think about not having that with you. Like, it really does. It truly affects them. Like, it hurts them to think that they would be also, like, moving on, or that they would be moved on from, because they wouldn't also like get on this train with you. And I'm seeing like it's not something that actually is like, oh, like either you're here or you're not, or like either, you know, I'm seeing it as like someone just is making something kind of like real for someone, like they're putting it like in their face, like, look, either like, you know, we ride this, I'm hearing, or we die this. I'm hearing like together, and it's gonna be either or, like either we're gonna be riding, I'm hearing, in a car full of kids, I'm hearing we're gonna be riding alone, I'm hearing, and that's how it's gonna go. I'm hearing specifically, like, I don't know, and I'm seeing like someone, it's like, I'm hearing she's the Empress, I'm hearing because she's like the wind, like there's someone like they feel so like bad when they think about losing out on this opportunity. Like they feel bad. They feel bad also for the other person. They're like, it's not fair also to you to tell you that you can't have kids. I'm hearing that specifically. It wouldn't be fair for me to and they're not going to apply to everyone, all right, but this is coming through. So for a number of you, it's like, maybe it's that kind of thing where it's like they look at you and they say, wow, you'd be like a wonderful mother. Like it's really like it, and it's not that they don't want it. I'm saying they do see it. It's just a matter of like that one little push to get them to that edge. Perhaps for a number of you, again, general reading, we take a person into a number of ways, but I'm seeing that this person, they know that also about themselves. They say, I know, I want it. I'm hearing, I know that I do want. I'm hearing this one, I'm hearing also, I'm hearing this history that we leave. I'm hearing a legacy. I'm hearing they're like telling, they're like, I know that I want it. And I'm seeing they're like walking back and forth. They're like kind of also, they're taking it out on themselves a little bit. They're like, yeah, they really are. They're like slapping their forehead. I don't know what that's alluding to. They're trying to get, I'm hearing also they're trying to feel connected to this space of also connectedness to the idea of motherhood. I don't know what that's alluding to, and I'm seeing like, again, like it's just that feeling of, you know, again, it's like once they get on that boat, I'm hearing that bus, that train, it could even be someone has like just this like fear of, I'm hearing also recollection of like childhood in some way, I don't know, or some kind of mode of transportation. They're like, I am afraid to fly. I'm hearing they're like, well, we're never going to get to Finland then. I'm hearing if we want to go to Finland, you need to take a flight. I'm hearing that specifically. And someone maybe is like pushing someone out of their, also their, a little bit of their like fear zone. Anyways, and it's like they could have a fear of heights as well. And I'm seeing someone looking at someone like, you're not going to fall. I'm hearing like specifically that. Anyways, it's like, and so I'm seeing that it's this kind of thing as well. I'm seeing that maybe it has to do with like even climbing a mountain or something. I don't know. Anyways, and it's like I'm hearing training, and it's like, but it's interesting because what I'm seeing is that once this person actually does, like they have that little push, just to even tease them. That's it. They're done. They go. They're completely. I'm hearing at the mercy of their mission. I'm hearing with you on it, and you better believe it, Leo. I'm hearing whoever this is, they have an incredible amount of love for you. They look at you as someone who they see kind of like their life through the eyes of. Okay, like they look at you as someone who they don't want to disappoint. Like they do not want to let you down. That's really the feeling that I'm getting. And when they feel like even it gets to that point where it's like, man, like they feel like I question that space with them. They don't know what to do with themselves. They feel like completely I'm hearing like disconnected from themselves in some way. And I'm seeing someone on a bike like riding, racing through the streets. I don't know what that's alluding to. And anyway, so the Chariot here upright mirroring the Fool, so much of the Moon in reverse. Like for a number of you, it gets to the point where somebody also perhaps reveals something, and it's like it perhaps got to the point where someone was like they felt so like lost. I'm hearing da 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 da. What's that song that came through for the Scorpio reading? Anyways, it's like someone who feels like, you know, I'm just standing here. I feel like I'm alone. I'm hearing, and here comes this car again. There were 3 cars again that came through in like Aries, I believe it was Pisces, Sagittarius, maybe even reading, and one of them here coming through again. And it's like someone, you know, they feel like I'm hearing I'm alone. I don't know what that's alluding to, like, and And then it gets to the point where, like, and I'm seeing someone who, like, I don't know, maybe they act kind of, I'm hearing indifferent to a certain space, but they're not. Again, like, and this will be different for everyone, but I'm seeing, like, again, like, and I'm seeing, like, a woman on a bike, and she's riding in the opposite direction that the guy was riding in. So it's, like, maybe there's something of a space of even, like, you pretend like you don't want to be with me. I don't know. You pretend like you don't want to, like, work with me on this. I mean, you pretend like, you know, there's no, you know, like, real consideration or compassion. And, you know, why am I sitting here creating this all alone then? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, why do I need to sit here and, like, call you up to call me back? I'm hearing 8 days later. What's that for? And I'm seeing somebody who's, like, literally, like, they're sitting there and they're thinking to themselves, what is the thought that's running through their head when they are trying to also think for you, like, think on your behalf? It's getting to the point where maybe the person is thinking, again, like, they're not interested. Like, what am I doing sitting here thinking that they're interested when they're acting like they're not interested? And it's maybe that sort of thing where maybe someone is feeling like, but not in the way of, like, thinking absolutely, oh, they're not interested, but in the way of, like, well, what do you want me to think? I mean, it's like, well, let's get to that point where it's like, well, you know, are you, you know, are you wanting this? I'm seeing that. And I'm seeing it is in the way of, you know, somebody getting to the point where they're questioning, or they're not questioning, but they're presenting to you the option of what is it that you actually you desire. And it is really hard. Like, I'm not gonna freaking lie. Like, this is a really hard conversation, because someone looks at that and they have somewhat of like a, I'm hearing it's a matter of adjusting. Like, I'm seeing it for a number of you that they feel like in that moment, it's like almost like they're almost like they feel pushed to kind of adjust to something that they know they want, but it's almost like the timing is off. And it's like that kind of feeling where someone, like, throws you into a pool and you weren't expecting it, and you're like, no, I'm gonna dive in. Like, don't do that. Don't push me in, please. And then it's like that feeling where it's like when your friend thinks it's real cool and funny, and they just, like, push you in, and then you're there. And then, you know, okay, at the end of the day, like, you're both in the pool and, you know, you're swimming around, but, you know, in the back of your mind, you still remember that, right? You still kind of remember, like, in the back of your mind, like, you're untrustworthy. Okay, like, that, you pushed me in the pool, like, I don't know, you made me do something that I didn't necessarily feel comfortable with. So it's like maybe someone feels also like they don't want to move into this space or this experience with that sort of, not that sense of resentment, but like that level of, like, guilt. Like, I don't want it to be something where then we move into this in such a way where it's like, oh, you know, in the back of my mind, I wasn't ready, but I did it because you were ready, like, sort of feeling, you know what I'm saying? So for a number of you, it's really difficult, because then it's like you're met with my personal level of readiness versus my desire. In that way, that can be considered desire. If you ask me what I want, I want, if I'm thinking of what I want more time. That's my natural reaction. But then I'm comparing that to what I want because you want, and I want you to be happy. These are two wants. And I'm seeing someone, like, presenting that really, and they're like, in that moment, there's so much pressure. They literally, I'm hearing they are. I'm hearing a melting portrait. I don't know what I'm saying, like a painted portrait that's like literally like, it's like all the paint is like just, I'm hearing it's winding down. I'm hearing and I'm seeing, like, it's truly also hard for another to consider this space. Like, let's say the person who asked us, they're like, you know, what do you want? Like, just tell me. And the fact that there is also, like, that space of hesitation, no judgment at all. I'm not to say, like, somebody shouldn't, you know, like, honestly think about a question, of course, but just to say that perhaps someone may feel like naturally they're like, okay, so the fact that you're thinking about that is making me also think that that this isn't something that you want, and that if it's not something that you want, then it's not something that we should do. And then that counteracts with their space of also feeling like, well, okay. And it's like, so both people perhaps, like, they're feeling like, oh man, like, now it's like I'm met with the question of, like, I don't want to feel selfish, and then I don't want to feel selfish. It's like, no, I don't want to feel selfish, and I don't want to feel selfish, and I don't want to make you do something that you don't want to. No, you. And it's like, I love you, and I love you, and I want what you want, and I want what you. And it's like, so then it starts getting way too fucking complicated. Specifically, like, I'm sorry, but this is way too also kind of conservative. I'm hearing that for a number of you, where maybe someone comes down to a point of kind of feeling like, damn, like, this feels like a contract. And I'm seeing like somebody is capital electric. I'm hearing that specific. I'm not sure what that's alluding to for a number of you, but it's like there is something that someone feels like is not even like appropriate. Like, I'm saying it's also, though, not like possible to repair after that point. I don't know what that's, maybe someone feels like the fact that you literally hesitated. I'm hearing that, so the fact that like you all, like, it got to that point, and it's getting to this point where we need to also perhaps talk about it in a contractual way, makes me like completely like call myself out of the clause. Like, and I'm seeing that it, for a number of you, it's just a sort of like a movie scene that makes you not want to watch the rest of the movie. I'm so sorry to say it like that, but it's like a scene in the movie where you're just like, I'm hearing, I gotta get out of this. And I'm seeing for a number of you that something just becomes incredibly clear to you, where you realize that romance is not a role that we play by way of playing it as a story in our mind. It's something that we need to be ready to really live out. And it's sacrifices, I'm hearing as well, for a number of you. And if you feel like somebody's not making the sacrifice, if you feel like somebody doesn't see your emotional experience on the same level as theirs, it's time, as you might feel it, to I'm hearing hit the ground running. And I'm seeing that this is actually, okay, sorry about that, Leo, we're back. Film cut there. And it's interesting because we're just saying right there, right? Well, interesting. It's kind of curious because at the moment, right, we were saying that it's something that hasn't perhaps been expected. You felt that, it's kind of like a storm that's building, that's coming. People on the news, they tell you, they warn you that, hey, this doesn't seem like it's going, really, in I'm hearing in an upwards, I'm hearing direction trend. And it's like, so in a way, it's like you maybe even had signs. I'm seeing like you had some sort of even like insight in some way. I'm not sure what this is alluding to, but anyhow, so it could be even by way of some sort of channeling. I'm hearing mediumship. Anyways, it's like very clearly like you had this impression in a way at a certain point in time where you're like, I'm hearing also culturally, there's a cultural factor, and I'm seeing bright light right there. For a number of you, this was also a matter of seeing eye to eye. I'm hearing in terms of culture, and maybe someone in this culture is like, I have to have kids. Maybe someone else is like, no. And you introduce each other. You kind of knew that from the beginning, but you were thinking, well, maybe we would eventually kind of we would think it out. I'm hearing specifically, and I'm hearing. Because we could have had it all. Is that by Kygo? Anyways, so I'm seeing for a number of you, Leo, that again, it gets to the point where someone is not willing to save the race. I'm hearing specifically, I'm hearing in that way, like for the both of them, because I'm seeing that they don't want perhaps even to like make the situation what it is, and in a way that, because in a way they're like, well, I don't want, let's say for example, it's about kids, let's just say they're like, I don't want kids like because I want kids. I want kids because I want to have a family. I want there to be the desire to have a family. I'm hearing to have, what is family, right? The connective space. Now, if somebody in that space doesn't want to be there, that's gonna destroy whatever it is that we would have created in that space. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but maybe that's something that someone is presenting. Now, somebody maybe is wondering, well, what if we have dogs? I'm hearing that's what's coming right up and out. It's the second time I've seen that image here specifically for a number of you. And this perhaps has come up as a conversation. It perhaps was something that was reviewed, was considered. I'm hearing also, I'm hearing the letter R. I'm hearing relay race. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, maybe you tried that. Maybe you had a dog with someone and you tried to also repeat that cycle. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, and I'm seeing that there, again, maybe you got a dog, I'm not ready yet still, I don't know. Anyways, okay, so let's back up. Now, what I'm getting is that for a number of you, somebody, again, you felt it coming. I'm hearing specifically Scorpio, there was a silence that told you all of the right answers when, everything was kind of going wrong, and you're wondering, what is this? What's going on? Why are they not talking to me? Why are they silent? And I'm hearing two leaps. I'm hearing also leaps of faith. I'm hearing two. I'm hearing lips also keep the best of secrets. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm seeing for a number of you that you perhaps you felt well, I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna carry on with this in some shape or form. I'm hearing peaches. I'm hearing I'm gonna try and maybe tell myself that this is a matter of cycles. I'm hearing also generational influence, and that maybe it will be worked out. And I'm hearing those specifically as well, that you might have thought, well, it's a matter of the seasonality. Now, for a number of you, I'm getting that, no, you have to see yourself clearly. I'm hearing that specifically, you need to see yourself in this situation truly. What do you want, Leo? What do you truly feel? Do you see yourself as happy? Really think about it. And so what I'm getting is that for a number of you, there was a period of time where there was a certain cycle, a long cycle that you went through, you endured, you thought, well, maybe this will eventually, evolve to be a different verdict. But for a number of you, again, I'm seeing that it's reached a point where you are feeling no longer comfortable in a space to be who you really are. I'm hearing to be who you really feel yourself to be, to express or to share also your needs. And I'm seeing that in a way, maybe you feel a little bit actually alone in this space. I don't know what that's like. Maybe you feel kind of even a little bit misunderstood, even well, I feel like nobody gets me, and I feel like I'm wrong for having my views or my decisions and my desires. And so for a number of you, I'm seeing that there is some kind of, I'm hearing sales. One second. I'm hearing there's a pattern that you feel that you're following in some way. It might be related to parenting, maybe for a number of you, when you just got to know someone in the very beginning, there was something of an influence that maybe shaped the decisions that you made around that time where you're I don't want kids. I definitely don't want kids. I don't know what this is alluding to, but maybe around that time you felt that's it's just not for me. I'm hearing that as well specifically. And I'm hearing, but then it was something of patterns. Okay, it's a pattern that kind of became more. I'm hearing more meditated on, maybe someone again more I'm hearing meditated, one second. I'm hearing moved on, whatever the space was, it kind of perhaps it it was something that, again, maybe someone thought like this will change, like they're saying this now, but maybe over time they will change their philosophy. I'm hearing that specifically. And but there was something that, like, there was a certain period of silence where someone was like, maybe they were under the impression, like, so assuredly, they're like, that's it, like, they're not changing their mind, or they don't want that. I'm hearing as well, or they don't want that. And then I'm seeing, like, but then it comes to this point where they're challenged with the space of choosing between what the change is and what the change, what I'm hearing, would have been. I don't know what that's only, like, maybe someone, okay, somebody offered something to someone in the past, okay? It was like offer A. Now, then they come through, I'm hearing, like, years later with, like, offer, I'm hearing not B, not C. I'm hearing, for a number of you, offer C. I don't know what that's only. I'm hearing creative. And then for a number of you, I'm hearing D. I'm hearing for down the line. Like, maybe it's like, I don't know what that's alluding to. But there's something that someone maybe is saying, like, okay, this is a matter of time. I'm hearing as well. And somebody slaps them and is like, all we've had is time. I'm hearing, sorry, but I'm not on that same boat with you. I'm hearing, you can row that gondola down. I'm hearing I'm hearing the grave. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing down. I'm hearing but I'm not gonna be. I'm hearing doing that type of I'm hearing a death wish to myself. I don't know what that's really like. For a number of you, maybe someone looks at a space and they're like, this, I think, like, is going to be so depressing. I'm hearing that as well, like, not having kids would be so depressing. I'm hearing that for a number of, like, someone says that, they feel that. And someone else here feels like, okay, I'm seeing, like, somebody pushing a cart, but it was interesting because my impression was it's a cart with kids. It was actually a cart with, like, goods in it, like even groceries. And I'm seeing, like, groceries are things that you buy. They're kind of dispensable, right? It's like what goes in goes out. It's kind of temporary needs. It's related to what we think we need physically, perhaps, related to food, hunger, vitamins, nutrients, whatever it is, thirst. It's these kind of rudimentary survival mechanisms by which we also make sense of our reality. I don't know what that, like, I go on because I'm able to kind of understand what I need, and then I produce it, I provide it, and then I continue. Like, for a number of you, and not to judge at all in any way, we are in human form, but for a number of you, I'm seeing that you're so consumed with your job. For a number of you, you like allow your job to almost like intervene in your personal space of what you want. I'm hearing also philanthropic. I'm hearing kind of like mental space where you're like, I do this for myself, I survive. I'm hearing I accomplish, and this might be someone else's energy, okay, but I'm not seeing it in like a selfish way. I'm seeing it more so in a way of like maybe resisting the space of connecting more deeply with others. And this can be by way of some kind of even trauma that was in the earlier years of someone in their own family, where they went through something and they're like, I don't want to have kids. And that maybe was like, from that moment, they started to think of, well, what will replace that? And so I'm hearing finances for a number of you, like they were like, well, the more that I create, the better. And so I'm gonna try and I'm hearing release that need by way of also for a number of you, I'm seeing like I'm hearing replacing. I don't know what that, like, for a number of you, I'm seeing even someone who has like a lot of friends, but they never really get super close to like a few people, and it's because it reminds them of their I'm hearing their really difficult experiences when they did take those few moments to get close to people, and when it didn't really perhaps surface in the way that was or made them feel like special. Okay, so for a number of you, what I'm getting is that, and what is special, but what I'm getting for a number of you is that there was a long story I'm hearing that was related to whatever the space was, that someone maybe didn't want to really like, they didn't want to even maybe talk about. They were like, oh, I don't want to get into it. Like, I don't want to go there. I mean, I don't want it to be something that I get out of, and then get into like, to get into this. Like maybe someone was like, I don't want to solve my childhood problems just so that we have children. Like I'm hearing something like that. Like, I don't know what that's linked to, but maybe someone told someone like, hey, maybe this is like a thing from your childhood. Maybe we got to get over it. Like, and I'm seeing someone's like, okay, I am not here to do like, I'm hearing advanced, like, I'm hearing like condensed boot camp workshop of my life since birth. Like I'm hearing that's like somebody feels like someone is maybe like truncating, or even like there's this feeling of like kind of not, I don't want to say insensitivity, but like it's like maybe someone feels like they're thinking, how do we address this? And so they're thinking, well, the issue maybe was in childhood. So then they're like, well, okay, so the issue is perhaps this, and maybe it's not that this is the issue. Maybe the issue is truly that, there are other problems that need to be addressed, or other things that need to be solved. And I'm not going to call it a problem, but maybe that's what sort of is kind of described of this space in some way. Like maybe people, they're thinking, well, what is the problem? And so they're trying to kind of trace it. And I'm seeing someone like looks at that space and they're like, it's not, I'm hearing it's not worth it. I'm hearing specifically to like go through I'm hearing also this trauma, I'm hearing past life, I'm hearing as well, like to get to this place that I'm hearing we don't, I'm hearing nope, I'm hearing we don't even know we want to go to. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe they feel like once we get through that, we may not even want. And I'm seeing someone else like looking at them. Okay, and this is kind of reminding me of what came through in the Pisces reading. It was the Pisces moon cycle reading. It was about Jack and Rose in the Titanic, and like Jack in the middle of the movie like suddenly realizes like, wait, I think the script is going to be going down south a little bit. Okay, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just make a run for it. Like maybe I should just dash. And it's like I'm seeing like Rose is like, what the fuck? Like you're Jack though. You can't leave the set. I mean, you're just like that just because you think that things might also get challenging or difficult. And for a number of you, I'm seeing that perhaps for a number of you feel that there is an opportunity to also in some kind of way I'm hearing regenerate this space, or in some kind of way imagine it, like maybe to kind of like, for a number of you it's like, well, we need to try, at least we need to try to make the most also of this experience. Like, are you going to just give up on any chance of healing? I'm hearing that as well, like just because you had an experience of trauma. And so I'm seeing someone like kind of like presenting this argument and saying it with loving, I'm hearing with loving intention, that I'm hearing somebody is not wanting to also tell someone what to do. Not at all. I'm seeing that's not the culture here. I'm hearing in this space, whatever it is. There's not someone here who's like kind of like, I want to tell you what you should invest in, or I want to propose something to you and then I want you to respond to that. No, this is like, I'm seeing somebody realizes they want both people to also rise to the same event at the same time and want the same thing out of it. That's what they really want. That's their vision of this. Okay, it's not like I pull teeth and then Tommy talks to me about what I told him to. Like, no. I'm hearing somebody feels like that's not the version that they really want to see of the story. But at the same time, I'm hearing they judge the reaction, right? And they see, well, they're not, it doesn't seem like they're really trying. I'm hearing like it doesn't seem like, like they see the reaction as like, well, it's almost as if they're giving up. Like I don't really, perhaps it may feel like I don't want to invest in this in some way. And so somebody, instead of fighting for it and saying, well, you should try, like they're done with the coaching thing. I'm hearing as well for a number of you, like whoever you're dealing with, maybe they over time have like tried to also, find ways to save. I'm hearing also this marriage. I'm hearing that for a number of you, like to, or to save this also, this I'm hearing this movie script, like, I don't know what that's alluding to, but, and it's like, I'm hearing from this one scene of happening, and it's like, I don't know if maybe two people are thinking about, like, do we divorce? I don't know what, hopefully not, but I always, whatever is best, right? Always take it as you will. There could be a perception that certain things make sense, make most sense, would be best. But at the end of the day, right, what is it really that we challenge what we really want with the thinking of, the paradigm for, I'm hearing, for everything to work out. Like, in other words, maybe someone thinks that the best thing is to not get divorced. The best thing is to stay in this marriage. Maybe for some, it's not. Always take it as you will on what is a marriage, right? I'm not saying anything. It's so you, Leo, and whoever else might be involved in this space. It's so... I'm hearing your talk, right? Okay, that you gotta have, and it's gonna be different for everyone, right? No rules. And sometimes for some people come and say, hey, it's better to be single. I would rather be single than be married in a space that I don't see myself in, right? And some kind of way that not that I don't see myself in, because I don't see you guys feeling that right here, but I'm seeing in a space where I feel like I am single in. Okay, so for a number of you, all right, but what I'm getting again is that someone may be, again, like, thinking that like, they look at someone's reaction and they think, okay, I'm hearing they had me on hold there. I'm hearing specifically, like, it was something where somebody hesitated even, or somebody, like, didn't give them, like, a fully, like, happy reaction or a happy face, and they judged that in that moment, like, right there. They were like, okay, so that's I'm hearing that's the person you are. I'm hearing, I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm not saying any of that, but that's perhaps something that even someone had the impression of within themselves. They're like, the fact that I hesitated tells me that I'm not maybe somebody who naturally I'm hearing who wants kids. I don't know what that's alluding to. It's coming through again, but Cancer, I'm Capricorn, like, and so anyways, I'm seeing, like, but someone else looks at that and maybe they see that as like, yeah, but you're like, it's because they're thinking in their mind, like, you're too, like, you're super stuck. I'm hearing in the past. I'm hearing that specifically, but also, like, on the role model period. I'm hearing of your younger ages. I don't know what, like, maybe somebody thinks that maybe this other individual sees themselves as their parent, and it's like they're telling themselves, look at this person thinking, you have to see yourself as your own being, as your own person. But then they realize, I'm not going to be the one to characterize you for you. And it's at that point, Leo, where they look at love in a totally different way. They look at love as not something that they need to save. Okay? It's something that they feel they need to, I'm hearing, stop from being something for us in order to define who we are. In other words, it's like when love crosses that line where it's like, it then makes us who we are, where it's like, for the sake of love, then we become, more than. I'm hearing it in this way. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Like, for the sake of love, I'm hearing, I'm not a man, I'm a woman. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, for the sake of, I'm hearing also saving thee. I'm hearing the message. I'm hearing in the bottle to be delivered. I don't know what, perhaps it's like I'm seeing someone even, like, made a vow and they're like, I promise. And then it's like, for the sake of that promise, it's like they feel like then they're playing pretend. And someone here perhaps realizes that it's not love to lie to yourself. I'm hearing that, and I'm not saying that anybody's lying. Always Leo, but I'm saying that for a number of you that maybe someone realizes they feel like, if something doesn't feel right to me, right? It's like, I don't want to feel like I'm putting my life on the line trying to save a situation that doesn't even see itself clearly within it. Like, if somebody doesn't see themselves naturally in that way, I cannot be, I'm hearing, the one to mentor them into that mental space of marrying me. I'm hearing, even if it's just a matter of time, And I'm seeing that for a number of you see something so clearly. Like, I'm even seeing that, I don't know, you're like, yeah, he's going to regret it. I don't know, or maybe you're looking at someone in your life, hopefully not, but I'm seeing that, not particularly in a particular way, but I'm seeing that somebody looks at someone and they're like, they see like everything so clearly. They're like, you're so operating from I'm hearing the conventions also of the past, and I'm seeing as well, you're so overloaded, you're so like over your head with this cycle. I'm hearing also of your master's degree program. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but like also the weight of like also your work. Like maybe somebody's they're a work-a-freaking-holic and they're obsessed with money. I'm hearing obsessed with accumulating it, okay? And it's like someone sees that like super clearly, and they see like that it's not actually their true nature, but again, what is true. They look at that situation and they say to themselves, like, all of a sudden they're like, I want you to become the person that you become because you became it, not because I made it so that you belong with me and I belong with you, and so then we belong together as people who belong. Like, no, I don't want it to be something where it's a best friend thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like for the sake of, it's like I'm hearing like a dog who waits for the owner. I'm hearing for the cookie. Like, it's like I'm wagging my tail. Did I really want to wag my tail? No. I'm hearing obviously not. I'm hearing I wasn't happy. I'm hearing I wasn't happy. Like when you tell me to, I'm hearing wag my tail. Interesting. But if you think about it, right? Like the dog, it's a natural reaction to wag the tail, actually. So it's like maybe, someone feels like they're actually training someone to get back into, this is not for everyone, but I'm saying for a number of you, someone may feel like it's just taken a lot of time, and they're really, they're getting kind of, I'm hearing they're getting turned off by this cycle. I don't know, and it's just something that is a reaction. I'm not saying that it's necessarily something that they're actually they realize is like I'm hearing something that they don't want to be involved. Like, I'm not seeing it as like, oh, I'm attracted to this, like I don't want this anymore, but always take as well a general reading, it may take it perceived in a number of ways. I'm saying it's different for everyone here, kind of, but for a number of you, it's this type of thing where someone might look at a situation and say, like, my natural reaction, like, okay, your natural reaction is maybe that something is, you need more time. My natural reaction to that is that I feel like it's taking too long, and my natural reaction to that is that I'm getting tired. I'm getting kind of turned off. I'm hearing by this idea. I'm hearing of being alone. I'm hearing also for the rest of my life. I don't know what that's alluding to, and so. I always take it as you will, what is alone, but, there, for a number of you, you're perhaps thinking that there is no way, I'm hearing, to save the situation. Because to you, even if, let's say, it worked out in that way where someone said, yeah, okay, I'll give you this, you want this, let's do this, it wouldn't be saving it. I'm hearing it would actually be, It would be distracting. I'm hearing other things. I'm hearing or by or through it. Okay, I don't know what that's alluding to, but someone feels like this is actually kind of like dangerous territory to move into if we were to say, hey, maybe even like having kids would bring us together or bring us closer. Like for a number of you, or a marriage or an engagement would bring us closer, because in some ways I'm saying for a number of you, you're like, you feel like it would just get back, it would come back, right back to the same point of, the same, it's a pattern for a number of you, and maybe like to come back to the point where it's like, no, okay, so the issue is, I'm seeing like two people, even like they get married or they have kids, something, and then like, they keep working through these same kind of dynamics, and it's like manifesting in like another way, in some kind of way, and maybe someone feels like, they see that maybe happening, or they have some kind of idea of that happening, or they fear that, and they're like, I don't want that to be the way I'm hearing. Like, I'm hearing, 'cause time goes by so slowly. Yeah, that's supposed to be a romantic song, right? It's like we don't want to feel like, you know, every day I'm hearing that's the story of a time, like we're just waiting for it to pass. I don't know what, God forbid, hopefully not, right? Hopefully not. Don't go there, Leo. I'm seeing for a number, you're like, again, you are freaked out by a certain, like, even like possibility of something. You have like even like a flash in your mind. You're like, oh my God. I'm hearing no. I'm hearing I don't want to be in that situation. No. I'm hearing I don't want to be there. I'm hearing growing old also with someone who I'm hearing grows old on me. I'm hearing it in that way, or grows old. I'm hearing out of me. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like we're at each other's necks. Like I don't want there to be resentment. I don't want there to be also a sense of responsibility to keep the situation, the cycle going in a positive way. Like if somebody maybe feels like they got a certain ball rolling, maybe they got someone on board with something, and then in the end they're like, I don't really want it. Like, and then they start feeling kind of resentful of that. They're like, I don't want to be. I'm hearing responsible to feel like I started it and I now have to kind of keep it up. So someone maybe really wants, this came through so strong in the Pisces reading, they really want, it came through as well in the Aries reading, serious talk, real talk here for a number of you. It's like these past readings, the moon cycle has been so profound. Oh my goodness, it's been unbelievable how strong these readings have been in terms of like timing. I'm hearing also in terms of the type of talk that's coming through. Okay, so remember, you're working through these really big concepts, and it is Mercury retrograde, it is Scorpio season. Scorpio takes a deep dive, not afraid to get to the very core of also, I'm hearing core wounds. I don't know what that's alluding to anyhow, and it's like there is a focus perhaps for a number of you on release, you know, if a certain space, not what is released, always take it as you will, but it could be energetic or on an energetic level. It could be also on a mental level. Maybe you've actually physically not been with someone, but it's just been a matter of mentally acclimating, I'm hearing, or adjusting to that space where you start to move through those changes. Now, okay, or decisions I'm seeing as well. Now, for a number of you, I'm seeing that you, I'm seeing this car again, yep. Now, for a number of you, perhaps, yeah, you're like, if I make a move in that direction, or if I'm seeing someone kind of saying like, if I were to even want something, I would want it even privately. I would go so far as to not convey my needs. I'm hearing that as well. My desire, just so that I could be sure that, and then so I could also rest assured that what is reacted to is genuine. I'm hearing honest, I'm hearing authentic, and I'm seeing that this again came through the Pisces reading, like it's something that perhaps it's to the point where somebody, you know, if there is a big decision to make, you know, and there could maybe the feeling of like, well, you know, if I propose to her, like, she would obviously say yes. I'm hearing that specifically. I don't know what this is alluding to, but it's like, okay. I'm hearing like, you know, there's the feeling of like, I'm hearing conditionally. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, you know, I'm hearing like, I could definitely, I'm hearing also buy them out. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Like, maybe somebody wants to even buy someone's property, and like maybe they know that someone else is not ready to part with it in some way. I don't know what that's alluding to, but anyhow, it's like I technically know that, like, and that's like, okay, not cool. But I'm hearing like, I technically like, but I'm seeing this person literally looks at it as like, the decision will not feel like a decision if we do it together like that, which is real interesting, because I'm seeing that somebody almost wants to leave you alone to even like express more naturally or to assert your definition of this space first. I'm hearing and primarily so that does not ever, I'm hearing ever, become an issue. And it is to say it in this way, potentially, that someone feels that it is something that needs to be considered. And it might be in the way of like, maybe someone who is somewhat older meets someone who is somewhat younger, and it's like, well, we can't have kids, like, and that's a big thing. And so maybe someone is like, well, I don't want it to be the kind of thing where I make you like also fall in love with me and then it's like, then we can't have kids. I'm hearing specifically, I make you fall in love with me, and then that later on that ends up being an issue. And I'm seeing like truly this person does absolutely care. I'm hearing for a number of you so strongly about your happiness. They are the type of person who will not be okay with themselves. They will not be, I'm hearing, all right. If they live, I'm hearing, a life knowing that you feel that you haven't lived. I'm hearing completely in. Like, they don't want to feel, they loathe, this person like they loathe the feeling, they fear the feeling to absolutely, they dread it. To know, this is for a number of you, I'm hearing wise guy, Alec, I'm hearing Alec, also Baldwin, I don't know what those are. Anyways, it's like, they I'm hearing Wiseman, I'm hearing as well. The number one thing, I'm hearing, I don't want to go home. I'm hearing with a stolen heart. I'm hearing that as well. They don't want to feel like they sold you on a future that you didn't actually. I'm hearing like inspire. I'm hearing inspire. I'm hearing aspire to live. Hold on. I'm hearing inspire to also, though, lead. Like, I'm seeing, okay, so for somebody wants to perhaps know, they want to know what you really feel. They want to know your morals. They really want to know where you stand on certain subjects. And perhaps it's in the way of like, they're not showing you like up front, even that they are interested. This is perhaps for a number of you, like maybe you again, you're just like, you've kind of like been talking to someone and they've totally like I'm here, they're under the radar. They almost like, they act like they're I'm hearing in Grey's Anatomy. I don't know what that is alluding to. I don't watch the show, so I don't know. But anyways, they act like they're also like they work the graveyard shift, like that they don't have enough time, that they don't have time to talk, whatever it is. And it's like that they use the time when they do talk to you to like, I'm hearing Hierophant, to also get your take on like, your vision on marriage. They take that time to even like kind of interpret or present to you sort of like hypotheses. I'm hearing like, oh, what do you think about like if two people got together and they did that or they did that? What if like one person like, and they do it they might not even do it themselves. For a number of you, they may actually have someone else do it for them. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm seeing like two really big vans, like white vans. I'm hearing yellow, but I'm seeing white. And they both have their back latch open. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like somebody maybe is thinking of even. Anyhow, it's irrelevant. They're trying to. Well, they're thinking of talking to their best friend about it as well. I don't know what that like. They want to know. I mean, they want to be sure that you don't. I'm hearing also want a baby. I don't know what that's alluding to, because it's like they might actually, I don't know, they may have also some sort of complication. I don't know, they may have some sort of like physically, supposedly, I'm hearing they're impotent. I don't know what, or maybe they've been told that. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, it's like they want to make sure that that's something that you don't see in your future, and they don't want it to get to the point where it's like first you fall in love with them and then they tell you that, and then you're like, oh, but I love you, it's okay, and then you end up regretting that. Like that's what they want to avoid. They don't want it to reach that point. Okay, they want you to feel that you are also reaching your potential, that you're reaching your best, that you're reaching heights, I'm hearing also in your career, that will not be kind of like adjusted to what they offer you. Interesting. So this could also be happening on a professional scale, you know, that kind of thing. And so maybe someone is wanting to offer you in a position, a title, a role, but they want to know that it's something that you really want, you know, because it might also be related to a very public position that will spin you in another direction, and they know that. This can be also you offering something to someone, but what I'm getting, could be both, but what I'm getting is that it's in the way of like, so maybe somebody is thinking about casting you for a certain role, a certain position, and so they may, like, I'm hearing circulate in the neighborhood, okay, like they may, you know, kind of like even watch you. They may watch your behavior. They may kind of like stalk you even, okay? They may just, they're observing. I mean, they are taking in the notes. And so in a certain way, Leo, it's kind of like they may even ask like other, I'm hearing other teams about how you work, maybe to see like what's your natural sort of work ethic, like how do they naturally sort of operate? Are they like the type of person who, or are they going to be, you know, wanting to take also someone home immediately? I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, let's backtrack. And so what I'm seeing is that they're also wanting to know if you've ever talked about this with anyone. I'm hearing that specifically, but let's backtrack. Let's not get into that, like, oh, he's looking into my profile. Like, okay, let's not go there. I'm here specifically is not the point of the rowing of the boat, okay? I'm saying like there is more a matter of like, even somebody, let's backtrack. I'm seeing someone even talking to their friend. They have them. I'm hearing Trevor. Can you talk? Can you go over there? I'm here. Can you talk to, I'm hearing that girl over there, just maybe like, I don't know, just start up some conversation or something, and see if she's into the Hierophant or not. I'm hearing that the Hierophant speaks of like marriage. It can speak of like constitutionalized bonds, right? It's like all about sort of the conventionalism, the theory. I want to know how, maybe also how does she see maybe, you know, marriage? Is it more traditional? Is it a more traditional view? You know, what is her, I'm hearing the great eclipse. I don't know what that's like solar eclipse. I'm hearing like, what is the story there with that? I'm hearing, please, thanks, Roger. And like, he like sends his friend off, and his friend like is on this motorcycle. I don't know what that's like. He like arrives in some like yellow, also tinted Mercedes. I don't know what that's alluding to. And like, I'm seeing like a bright yellow, like it's like a bumblebee colored Benz, okay, like a Mercedes Benz, and the windows are super tinted, and it's like this character, like, I don't know, maybe it's even someone's like relative or their cousin, I don't know. They send them in like some kind of, also I'm hearing some kind of outfit, like some suit, some tie, I don't know, they're like, here, impress her, okay, just get her to express her deepest desires to you. I don't know what that's like, and I'm seeing it has to do with children. For a number of you, I'm seeing someone like pushing a carriage. Anyways, it's like maybe talk to her also about her parents. I'm hearing what her parents expect. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, so I'm seeing someone like, I'm hearing Patrick. I'm hearing patting him on the back. Like there's someone, I'm seeing someone's like friend. Oh, I'm seeing someone's friend like stands up and is like, goes over, I'm hearing the number 7, like goes over to, they feel pressure to do this. I don't know what it is. Like maybe someone feels like it's also like not right. I don't know what that's alluding to. Maybe someone, I don't know. Anyways, and I'm seeing someone like, they're like, okay, they feel weird about it. They feel truly weird about it. They're like, I don't know. I'm hearing, I'm like 40 years old, man. I feel weird about that. I don't know. I'm hearing that specifically. I don't know if I'm hearing 7 as well. Again, and it's like, my watch literally just undid itself. Okay, yeah, like something feels like someone is also like, I don't know, I don't want to have to do this. And you could be dealing with a Scorpio who just wants to get out of this I'm hearing this psychedelic conversation already. I don't know what that's alluding to. And they feel like they're like, man, what if, I don't know, what if she falls in love with me? I'm very specific, I'm hearing Kingsmen, coach lines, I don't know what this is again. Someone is like, we feel so weirded out, okay, about playing it like they are also, I'm hearing interested in someone, but they're not. They're like, I'm sorry, but I don't even like her like that. I don't look at her like that. It's weird. Like they don't see themselves as this like, as this actor either. Okay. Anyways, I'm seeing like, for a number of you, I'm seeing, it's interesting, three lines, and it's showing like on this Kingsman, on 2 sides, it's like, they look like blocks, okay? And they look like blocks, and it's the same maroon color of that car that passed by, and it has been all these readings of the Sagittarius reading. Oh my goodness. Sagittarius October 2019 reading. And anyhow, and so it's like, I'm seeing like the two blocks on either side are the color yellow. And the one in the center is like a taxi cab color yellow. The one in the center is white. Yeah, so it's got two taxi cab yellow colored blocks on the outskirts of the center block, which is white. Now, I know it's a bit weird the way that's being described, but for a number of you, I'm seeing that you're actually strategizing. For a number of you, and it was related to these three cars, where the two on the outskirts of them were one color, and the one in the center was another. So anyways, for a number of you, there's something where you're like, you want to represent the opposite, okay, like image of what actually you're going for, to see the reaction to that space, okay? Like you might even tell someone, hey, can you act like a total, I'm hearing a total fool over there. Just go talk to her, and but specifically, yeah, don't make her fall in love with you, please. I'm hearing specifically, but like just get her to tell you. I'm hearing if she thinks, like what she thinks about your talk. I'm hearing specifically, get her to give you some feedback. Like maybe like act like an obvious doofus. I'm hearing, but ask her like a real question, like a real follow-up question to see how she responds. Okay, like something like that. And so I'm seeing like maybe someone even decides to set up some sort of circumstance, or even in like some sort of board meeting, or some sort of, I'm hearing the Bureau of Investment. Hold on, I'm seeing banking. But wait, let's backtrack. I'm hearing finances. But I'm seeing it more in the way, Libra, I'm hearing strongly, of like a situation that is kind of like is unaccommodating in some way. Like where someone would never think that something would come up this situation, but it would help get also perhaps some kind of answer out of whatever, either party. And I'm seeing again this maroon color. Anyways, Scorpio, I'm here strongly, and I'm seeing two people with maroon colored like pants are walking towards each other. I don't know what that's alluding to. Okay, now one of them is a skirt, one of them is pants, or one of them is a dress, one of them, anyways, pants. And so yeah, this came through actually in the Sagittarius reading. It was like two people wearing maroon, and it was like they were somewhat of a pair. Anyways, it's like as if they were like incognito in some way. I don't know what that's alluding to, but anyways, again, you see this guy with the maroon colored pants and this one with a maroon colored dress. Now, what I'm getting for a number of you is that someone may actually be thinking of investigating someone, okay? Now, what I'm getting though is that to see if they associate with a certain also group of people, and if they do, how. Now, it could be related to someone's also system of beliefs. Maybe someone's like, well, I want to know what is their theory on this policy, what is their thinking on this type of also I'm hearing talk, what if I, because then the thinking is that this person may be thinking, if I were to open this talk with them, how would they respond? So it could be a little bit of preparation, but I'm seeing that, again, someone like sends their friend, I'm hearing their cousin, their coworker, to go and call someone up. I'm hearing to call, them also, I'm hearing back from another number. Like instead of me getting, in touch with you, I'm going to have my representative call you. And anyways, so it's like, I'm seeing again, like this person like is feeling so weird about whatever it is that they need to present. And they go up to this person and they're like, they're like, all right, I'm hearing, hey, I'm hearing, yeah, so, and they're thinking to themselves, this is so awkward. But they're thinking to themselves like, yeah, so hey, and it's like that actor in the movie who's acting like a really bad actor. Okay, it's like that. And I'm saying like this individual again, he like shows up in some like also like I'm hearing a white Mercedes-Benz. I'm hearing that as well. And it's like, all right, here I go. And I'm saying they feel like so I'm hearing bright yellow, like, and they're totally like they're dressed up in a way that they would never dress in. I'm hearing as well, like we're moving into Halloween, but I'm hearing Capricorn here as well, and it's like, it's like, no, I'm gonna do it though. I'm hearing I'm gonna do it for this dude. I'm hearing this guy is crazy. I'm hearing specifically as well. Like maybe he's like looking at his friend or whatever. Is like can't believe he's like actually wanting to do this. I'm hearing go through with this now. It could also be someone who's like pretending to be someone else's like bride or like groom, and they want to test someone to see, I don't know what that's about, okay? But this can be on the Scorpio reading. Okay, wonderful Halloween trick, right? Now anyways, I'm seeing that someone, someone, I'm hearing, be careful what games you play and what causes you to play those games. Here's okay, like, anyways, let's backtrack. So now I'm seeing someone here kind of present something. Oh my god. In a way that I'm hearing leaves me breathless. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, it makes someone totally, like, turn their head. Okay, turn their head in a way that's like, I don't know. I'm hearing what that person is doing right now, and I'm seeing some girl, like, she looks at her friend, she's like, is he like gonna come here and talk to me? And it's like, I don't know, in some crowd, I don't know, there's like people around, maybe you're sitting in brunch, I don't know what this is about, and someone in a bright yellow car like rides up, okay, and the guy feels super awkward doing this, okay, I'm hearing it specifically, and he gets out of the car. And it is for the love of his best friend, okay, that he's doing this. Anyways, I don't know what this is leading to. And it's like he parks the car in front of this group of people. And he puts, like, money in the meter, but he kind of, like, doesn't at the same time. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe he pretends to, but he's so nervous that he, like, just pretends to put money in the meter. And he just, like, walks straight out. He's like, if I get this, like, $500,000 car towed, I'm hearing, let that be the talk that I tell him I had. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm seeing that this person, like, again, they walk away from this car, like, almost immediately and a little bit off the timeline, like they're speeding through and they feel like they got a script of some kind that they're following. I don't know what this is going to do. This came through in the Scorpio reading. Okay. And I'm seeing like someone looks at this person, like, obviously. I'm hearing because I'm hearing they stand out, obviously I'm hearing as well. And they're like, oh goodness. I'm hearing, is he gonna come and like, oh, I'm hearing also, like, try to get my number. Like, is he gonna come get my number? Like, I don't know what that's only. I'm seeing someone, she's with her friend. I'm hearing Grace. I'm hearing Advil. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, they're having some kind of talk, conversation, and then they're in the moment. I'm hearing specifically. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm seeing, like, somebody looks up and then they do a double take. And they're, like, they literally, like, they look up. And oh my god. She literally whispers under her breath, like, who is this loser? I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, who is this guy? Not in a bad way, but I'm seeing it's like as a, but that is that I'm hearing, it's a thought-based reaction. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, what? Like, it's something ironic. She feels like it, maybe she knows it's set up. I'm hearing as well. Like, she knows, yeah, for a number of you. If you're dealing especially with water sign, she had also a premonition about this, okay? Like, she saw it coming maybe in some kind of way. She kind of, like, was able to track. She knew that certain people were associated with certain people. Like, it's kind of ironic even in the way of, like, you thought that yellow, you know, fire truck would throw me off, but it threw me a bone. I'm hearing, and I went after it. I'm hearing, and I looked into that, and I realized that, you know, that was that could have only been painted by. I'm hearing Mr. Prince over there. I don't know what, like, something was a dead giveaway. Like, and it was so awkward because maybe even like that car, like, she had seen that other guy in or something. I don't know what it's alluding to. Anyways, so I see, like, this guy comes up to her. I'm hearing Rasta. I don't know what that's alluding to. Rasta, I'm seeing someone with, like, lots of colors. And they have a beanie on. I don't know what that's alluding to. And they're like, hey, Beyonce. I'm hearing, I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, I don't know. Like, they make some really obvious, okay, I'm hearing proclamation. Like, they call it out in, like, a freaking super public manner where it's like everyone in that environment, like, reacts. It's like not just the person he's talking, it's like everyone turns, like, and everyone's having brunch and they're looking over at this guy like, oh my god, like, who is this bumblebee? I'm hearing coming so close. I'm hearing into contact with I'm hearing also this cab driver. I don't know, maybe someone even, like, drives up to someone, like, their car comes right up close to them and they shout something out from the window, like, hey, Beyonce. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, and I'm seeing, like this woman is, like, looking at this guy like, what in the absolute, what and she looks over him, not because she's like shocked at, for a number of you, I'm hearing maybe, but I'm hearing at his trainers, I'm hearing at his trainers, she's like, this guy is totally like out of his mind. I mean, training, like she looks at him like he has no training. Could be paparazzi for a number of you, like real talk. It could actually be like someone who was hired to also, I don't know, peep. Anyways, I'm seeing like someone like is looking at this person like they have no they have no clue what they're doing. I'm hearing they can also get fined for that. I'm hearing that specifically, like, and anyways, I'm seeing like someone comes up to you and they I'm hearing, and they've got like a handshake of swagger. I'm hearing like, I don't know, they're like, hey, I'm hearing, yo girlfriend, and I'm seeing like this person looks up at them and they're like, but the person feels so, like in their mind, they feel like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like as they're acting like real cool, it's like, they're like, I am about to make the biggest fool out of myself right now. I'm hearing that specifically as well. And I'm hearing, I can't believe I was hired for this gig. I'm hearing specifically as well. And I'm seeing like, you know, she looks at him and she knows, she's not shocked because of like the visual impact. She's shocked because of the level and the degree to which someone went to such great lengths to actually learn more about her. Which is like, okay, so this is something that I think maybe is a lesson for us both. I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe she's like looking at this person, she's like, okay, so I don't want you to have to also lose any more of your time or money on this. I'm hearing, I know that you were hired to do this, and I don't want you to have to go to jail for it. I'm seeing this person like literally looking straight in between the eyes to this person, and she's literally like trying to tell him to go, to get out of here, like to not continue. She's like trying to be really, really, really kind about it too, all right? She's trying to kind of like subtly, okay, like give the clue that this is not the way that the conversation is going to happen. Like, I'm not going to give you my answers. I'm not going to also give away also the answers to the test like this. I'm hearing that as well. And I'm seeing like someone who like kind of like this character freaks out a little bit. I don't know, maybe they're like, but their immediate reaction is to like keep up the guys, and I hope not, because I'm hearing, unfortunately, I'm hearing the police do have to be called. I'm hearing if this is something that does progress, and I'm seeing that there's a shocking outcome here. I don't know what that's only like. Maybe someone is like, why did he resist that? I mean, you gave him the opportunity, right, to also like to talk himself out of it, and he didn't. I'm hearing he kept going up. I'm hearing up against himself. I'm hearing really with also the lie. I don't know what that's linked to for a number of you. This might actually be a separate story. It might not be exactly connected to the first that led into it. I don't know what that's about, but take it as you will. And I'm hearing that for a number of you on the 17th, this might go up there on the 17th. Anyways, it's like I'm hearing it's about the exam. And I'm seeing somebody's like, they give someone the opportunity. They're like, I don't want to have to write you up for this. I'm hearing specifically as well. I do not want to have to call you out on this. I'm hearing specifically, and I'm seeing it as actually I'm hearing a person, I'm hearing who also works with organized crime. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like let's not go there. They though, for a number of you, this is the president. I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm seeing someone is, let's not go there. I'm hearing this is somebody who is actually maybe famous. Okay, they have some sort of also, they're well known. Okay, and I'm seeing like, you know, they've experienced the unpredictable, okay, but they now know how to react. I'm hearing predictably. I'm hearing to these situations, like they kind of know what to do, and they really don't want to have to like drag someone, I'm hearing, to jail for it. Like they don't want to have it's like a celebrity looking at this like paparazzi, you know, I'm hearing also portrait. I don't know, that's being painted out. I don't know what that, like, she so clearly sees something. Like, she's like, I'm not doing this. And I, seriously, I'm hearing that. I do not want to have you arrested for it. And she's trying to tell him that, like, super clearly. And this person kind of, like, doesn't react. Now, you have 55 on the time here for a number of you. I don't know what that's alluding to. Okay, I'm hearing, like, I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm seeing for a number of you that there may be like some kind of I don't know, I hope not, but I'm seeing that maybe there will be police intervention. And this came through in the Pisces reading, it came through, I believe, as well, it was in the Scorpio reading. There may be this feeling of also like, I'm hearing, I don't want to get them back for that. Like, I'm seeing somebody who doesn't want someone to get in trouble, but there is a space of like, this is not, I'm hearing delinquent, I'm hearing this is not appropriate timing. Like, again, I'm seeing somebody even like, they interrupt, like, I don't know what it is. I'm seeing maybe, again, like somebody like well known, they're sitting there having lunch somewhere, and this person like comes out of nowhere and kind of like starts to like bombard them. I'm hearing with also their fantasy. Like, I don't know what that's alluding to, but like, and I'm hearing also though they're fast talking. Like, they just start like saying stuff, and it's like making the whole movie, I'm hearing lose touch with the script. I don't know what, like, people feel like they at first they were like, okay, you know, they try to tell this person like, please don't harass them. I'm hearing, well, don't do that. And I'm seeing like then the person kind of like they keep going up with it, and then but for a number of you it's like, this is like a joke. I don't know what that's alluding to anyways. And I'm seeing like then the people in the environment, they start to feel like this is getting out of control. Like, and so then they need to take measures. It's like, that's maybe the feeling. And I'm seeing that someone is actually at the end of the day really sorry. They didn't want to have to see this escalate to that level. They didn't want to have to see this reach that point I'm hearing working with a taser like that. I don't know what that's going to do. I'm hearing Scorpio, so I don't know what that. Hopefully not. Okay, but always take it as you will, not certain. It's always a matter of perception. But what I'm seeing for a number of you is that, again, and not in any particular way, but I'm seeing that for a number of you, you're feeling also like somebody is feeling perhaps that they don't want to have to be sorry about this. Like, they don't want to have to look back on this and feel like they ruined someone's life, because they were getting kind of called out. And so I'm seeing someone was really, 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 really wanting for someone to kind of just surrender, okay, to the experience and say, sorry, and walk away, and or just don't say anything. And someone was like, oh God, and yeah. Okay, so if this is something like simple, like my friend wanted me to call my or even prank call my boyfriend, and I don't know what that's about. My friend wanted me to prank call my boyfriend. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe someone told me or gave me advice, like, oh, you should prank call him and like try to get answers out of him, and then like lo and behold, it's like caller ID, like, okay, yeah, and it might be the kind of thing where it's like somebody's able to recognize you. Maybe they may not have that number, but they know the area code that you live in, so they are able to associate it with that. So they kind of like, they're like, that's, I don't know anyone. I'm hearing from Cabo, like the only person calling me from Cabo is I'm hearing Lucas. I'm hearing, and he is in love with me, I know. I'm hearing put the two puzzle pieces together, and you've got the portrait. I'm hearing of the person here perfectly laid out. I don't know what that's like. Maybe someone, not to say it in a bad way, like, oh, you're doing something super wrong, but it's like, I'm seeing that, someone maybe they feel like they can like they can like kind of call someone out of a situation, and they know that it's awkward. I'm hearing they don't want to have to do that. They don't want to have to go up to someone and be like, you had an idea, didn't you? Like, anyways, so it could be the kind of thing, right, in a simple way, either where someone's like, I just want to get to know, like, I want to get to know them a little better, but I want to do it through, I'm hearing, like, their dad as well. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe someone was like, oh. So maybe the person who really does want information goes through, like, someone's relative, and then that ends up getting, like, spun around. And then it's like, do you think they don't talk to me about that? I'm hearing specifically, like, and at the end of the day, it's kind of embarrassing. I'm hearing for a number of, it's also kind of weird. Like, maybe someone, they didn't know, maybe, like, directly that other certain people were friends, or that they talk, like, they would have never guessed that, like, I'm hearing the guy doing the foreclosure announcement was like related to even like the loan officer. I don't know what that's alluding to. And I'm seeing like, I'm hearing police investigation as well. Like, and so I'm seeing maybe even someone thought like, oh, I'm gonna get good with their friend, or like I'm gonna get good with like this guy at the like the bouncer at the front of the building, like to try and get in. This came through the Pisces reading, and it's like, lo and behold, okay, I'm hearing the bouncer knows Barack Obama. I'm hearing like real well, and they're not gonna just let you like, you know, look longingly at him. I'm hearing from the terrace like that. I'm hearing they're not gonna do that. Like, I'm just like, they're not gonna like also like kind of like let you in without a gun. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing also the with a gun. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like they have measures. I'm hearing that they go through. They're able to also like they have information. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, so anyways, dear Leo, thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to enjoy this period, and you may find that watching the Pisces reading may provide further insights for you, as well as the Scorpio reading. They were quite in depth, so take it as you will, whatever you feel guided to watch. But there was definitely overlap in those readings, specifically as it pertains to this concept. So if there is a little bit of a little Mickey Mousing around, as you or someone may suspect it, maybe it's something you have a premonition about, then you know, and again, it could be a premonition of yours and not something necessarily that has surfaced, but you know, then feel free to watch those readings. And always, again, take it to what was your personal intuition. Love and light to you. Bye, Leo. Bye.